Did you know that that white powder you have in your kitchen can reveal the secrets of enlightenment to you? Get ready for a surprising journey into the heart of an ancient Japanese temple, where Buddhist wisdom intertwines in a way you would never expect with a humble ingredient, bicarbonate of soda, which you may also know as sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate. In this engaging Zen story, a venerable monk will share with you a truly unique perspective, guiding you along the Buddha's way through the Zen teachings. And if you stick around to the end, you'll discover how such a simple element can reflect profound Buddhist teachings and even offer you a new key to understanding the secrets of the mind and the Dharma. So get ready for an experience that will forever change the way you look at the simplest things. And in the meantime, like the video and share it to spread this knowledge. In the serene heart of an ancient Japanese temple, Ryomunji or Dragon Gate Temple, nestled among the rolling hills of Kyoto Prefecture, spring manifested itself in a riot of delicate colors and intoxicating scents. Centuries-old cherry trees, whose twisted branches seemed to dance in the light breeze, were adorned with myriads of pale pink blossoms, creating a soft blanket under the blue sky. The gentle babbling of a crystal-clear stream, meandering lazily through the temple garden, mingled with the melodious singing of birds and the delicate rustling of bamboo leaves. In this place of quiet and contemplation lived an elderly monk named Koden. His figure, slender but erect, exuded a profound serenity. His beard, long and white as freshly fallen snow, framed a face marked by the wrinkles of time and wisdom. His eyes, deep and bright like mirrors of calm water, had seen countless sunrises and sunsets, reflecting the cyclical nature of life and its intrinsic beauty. One warm sunny afternoon, when golden rays filtered through the trees, illuminating the garden with a soft light, a group of people from nearby villages and towns had gathered in the temple courtyard. They had come with hearts full of questions and minds eager to hear the teachings of the Venerable Kogen, whose fame for wisdom and compassion had spread far and wide. Among the crowd one could see faces marked by the fatigue of working in the fields, the tired eyes of mothers taking care of their families, and the curious looks of young people seeking answers to the mysteries of life. Monk Kogen sat silently on a meditation cushion of coarse linen, his posture as still and composed as that of a majestic mountain braving the elements. His hands rested gently on his knees, palms facing upward in a gesture of openness and welcome. The sacred scent of sandalwood incense, slowly burning in a small ceramic burner, floated in the air, creating an atmosphere of sacredness and contemplation, inviting reflection and inner peace. After a few moments of deep silence, broken only by the light breathing of the wind in the trees, Kogen slowly opened his eyes. His benevolent gaze rested on the group of people, embracing them with infinite sweetness. A faint smile curled his thin lips. "Have you ever noticed the discreet humility of a small packet of baking soda?" asked the monk, his voice calm and melodious, like the sound of a bronze bell ringing through the valley, carrying with it echoes of ancient wisdom. A murmur of surprise and questioning spread through the crowd. Many exchanged confused glances. Baking soda. What could such a common ingredient, often relegated to the far corners of our kitchens, possibly have to do with the Buddha's lofty teachings on suffering, liberation, and the path to enlightenment? Kogen smiled softly, sensing their perplexity. Yes, that same white sachet that you perhaps keep lazily in a drawer, forgotten among the spices and flowers, rarely used, perhaps only to make a cake rise on a holiday or for a hasty cleaning when time is short. Can you imagine that such a seemingly insignificant object can contain profound wisdom, an unexpected treasure not only for our kitchen, but also and above all for our health and physical well-being? The monk bent slightly, and a young assistant, a gentle-mannered, bright-eyed boy named Kenji, reverently handed him a small, plain, modest envelope of white paper. Kogen took it in his wrinkled hands as if he were contemplating a rare and precious jewel, a secret whispered by the wind in the mountains. In almost every home in the world, the monk continued, his voice now laced with a subtle emphasis, we find this modest white powder. We use it to make our cakes as fluffy as summer clouds, to leaven the fragrant bread that nourishes our bodies and sustains us in our daily lives. Some even use it to clean the most stubborn stains, bringing back splendor where there seemed to be only dullness. But have you ever stopped to think if this apparent simplicity, this silent humility, hides deeper secrets, unexpected virtues? Kojin paused, his penetrating gaze lingering on each person present, letting his words settle in their minds like fertile seeds in fertile soil. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, tormented by the excruciating pain of an incessantly throbbing toothache, or feeling your joints aching and stiff like dry branches during the cold winter season. Perhaps your child, while playing carefree in the garden, has been bitten by an insect and is now tormented by an incessant itch that gives him no respite. Well, the solution to these and many other small and large inconveniences, sometimes even to more serious problems, could be found right there, in that forgotten sachet in your pantry, ignored in its simplicity. The monk raised the sachet slightly between his fingers, the sunlight illuminating it, making it glow for an instant. I am not talking about ancient grandmothers' remedies passed down orally, often shrouded in mystery and without any scientific basis. Instead, I am talking about simple wisdom, a practical knowledge that, surprisingly, is also supported by the rigor of modern science. Many researchers, with their tireless curiosity and desire to understand the mechanisms of the human body, have thoroughly explored the properties of this very common chemical compound, discovering surprising effects and unexpected benefits. Kojin explained in simple, accessible terms how sodium bicarbonate could act as a delicate balancer, a silent harmonizer within our body. Just as Buddha Shakyamuni taught the middle way, the balance between extremes, avoiding excesses and deprivations, so this white powder has the extraordinary ability to neutralize excess acidity in our organism, restoring a precious balance where there is imbalance, harmony where discomfort reigned. The monk focused on stomach acid, that inner fire that can disturb our peace and make our days tiring and unpleasant. When the stomach is in a storm, agitated by an excess of acids, a pinch of bicarbonate dissolved delicately in a glass of cool water can bring a surprising calm, just like a light breeze that caresses the surface of a troubled lake, calming the waves and restoring serenity. Then his gaze became particularly sweet as he spoke of the little sores that sometimes appear in our mouths, canker sores which, even though they are small, can make even the simple act of speaking, smiling, or enjoying a meal painful. A gentle paste, prepared with a pinch of baking soda and a few drops of pure water, can soothe these little wounds with unexpected delicacy, just like a loving mother who applies a healing balm to her baby's chapped lips. Kojin continued his teaching, his tone always calm, reassuring, and filled with deep wisdom. He spoke of how baking soda could offer unexpected relief for aching joints, acting as a soothing balm for the ailments that afflict our bodies as we age or from overexertion. Arthritis, with its dull, constant pain, can imprison the body in an invisible grip, making every movement a pain. But this simple powder, used with awareness and wisdom, can help dissolve these invisible chains, giving a renewed sense of freedom and lightness. The monk also respectfully mentioned the kidneys, those silent and tireless filters that work constantly to purify our blood and maintain the delicate balance of vital substances within our bodies. Just as a thoughtful gardener takes care of the roots of a plant, ensuring that they receive sufficient nourishment and water, so baking soda, under certain conditions and always under the guidance of a physician, can support the function of these vital organs, helping them to maintain the precious internal balance that is essential to our health. Kojin did not forget to mention the importance of fresh, clean breath, a small detail that can profoundly influence the way we interact with others and our self-confidence. A simple rinse of the mouth with warm water and a pinch of baking soda can purify the breath, banishing the shadows of embarrassment and giving greater confidence in our being together, in our conversations, and in our moments of sharing. And again, in a light tone, he spoke of the relief that baking soda can offer from annoying insect bites, that incessant itch that disturbs our peace and concentration. A small application of a paste made of baking soda and water can calm the irritation and swelling, just as a light and reassuring caress calms the crying of a frightened child. The monk also explained how, in certain circumstances and with due caution and awareness, bicarbonate could even prove to be a precious ally for athletes and those who practice intense physical activity, helping them improve their performance by neutralizing the lactic acid that accumulates in the muscles during effort and which can cause fatigue. Just as an experienced warrior sharpens his sword before battle, so a conscious and moderate use of bicarbonate can help the body to overcome its limits, delaying the feeling of tiredness and allowing the effort to be prolonged. Kojin emphatically emphasized the vital importance of always consulting a physician or other qualified healthcare professional before undertaking any new treatment or remedy, especially if one has pre-existing health problems or is regularly taking medications. As an experienced navigator carefully consults his compass and nautical charts before embarking on a long voyage, so we must rely on the expert guidance of health professionals for the safe, effective, and appropriate use of this and any other remedy. Dear friends, the monk added, even the humblest and most seemingly insignificant object, the one we often take for granted and forget in a corner, can contain profound wisdom and offer unexpected benefits. Baking soda, with its simplicity and its extraordinary ability to restore balance and harmony in our body, reminds us of a fundamental lesson from the Buddha's teachings. Often, the most effective and precious solutions are found in the simplest things, closest to us and most easily accessible.